big round of applause for the community wind band. And we all jump nice and high, leaving there. Nice to be singles. Welcome to the 10th Annual City of Fort St. John Community Awards. My name is Adam Rayburn. This is Russ Bierling.
Thank you, Adam.
We'll be, unfortunately for you guys, your MCs for tonight. For the past 10 years, the City of Fort St. John has been hosting the Community Awards ceremony to recognize and honor those in our community, and of course groups who tirelessly work to make the city a vibrant and bustling place we all love. Now, the Community Awards program presents a unique opportunity for us to celebrate the talents, dedication, and generosity of our outstanding citizens, businesses, athletes, and volunteers whose contributions enrich the lives of all of us here in Fort St. John. To get things underway, we'd like to invite three gentlemen to the stage. And Russ and I earlier today were trying to think about how we could bring some humor to tonight.
And we were looking for dirt on
these three gentlemen.
We found only two.
Yeah, unfortunately, one squeaky clean. The other two, there's too much. We just we could take all night to get through all of it. So please welcome to the stage Councillor Christensen, Councillor Davies, and Councillor Boland.
Good evening, folks, and welcome. It's great to see such a large crowd out there. First of all, it's my pleasure to acknowledge that we're on the traditional territory of the Daneza, and would like to express our thanks for the opportunity to share this spot here tonight. Well, guys, as our MC said, this is the 10th year, and it's amazing that I've been now in council for 11 years. And maybe that's too long for some people, and maybe my wife too. But it's amazing that every year we seem to find these volunteers that are just and champions and that keep us such a energetic, vibrant city. Do you agree?
I completely agree. And our community, there's only some of the people being recognized here tonight, and we certainly understand that there are hundreds more that make Fort St. John the great community that it is. And as we move forward, please make sure that you over the next year, think about who could you nominate? Who makes a difference in your community? Who volunteers on that sports team? Or who helps in a nonprofit? If we look around this room, there's lots of people in here that do make a difference, but I'm sure that there are lots more out there. So make sure that we can over the next year, think about who you can nominate next year and make this even a bigger event. So, I don't know, we might have to outgrow this place.
Brian will add on. We've already talked about a second story.
Oh, excellent. There we go.
A lot easier. And in the same lines, I mean, of course, there's the planning committee that puts us together. And I know the MCs had mentioned Lisa earlier. Is she still in here somewhere? It's really hard to see. But anyways, Lisa has done an unbelievable amount of work to pull this event off. None of this is possible without everybody who works so hard, who volunteers so hard, and who loves Fort St. John so much. So we certainly need to thank you for being a part of it all.
All right, so we've had some people ask us, how do we go about selecting the winners for tonight? So everybody in here, not everybody in here, but many of you have submitted nominations for a person who has done a great thing in our community. Those nominations come to us. Actually, they go to Lisa. Lisa compiles them into their categories, and then she distributes them to us up here on stage, and I believe Ross as well. So the four of us then tabulate on a bit of a rubric that we score each of these. They're handed back to Lisa.
Individually.
Individually. And they're handed back to Lisa, who then averages the scores out, and that's how we come up with our winners. So, to be honest, we up here do not know who has won tonight. We've had people, who won? We don't know. And we're not even joking.
Not that we can't keep secrets, though. That's not why she keeps it from us.
Well, Trevor cannot keep secrets, so... but we will find out at the exact time when the envelope is opened as well with all of you. So that's the process, with the exception of the Mayor Citizen Award. The Mayor Citizen Award is chosen by Her Worship Mayor Ackerman. So, but all the other awards are done by that process. I think I got it.
You got it.
Perfect.
So you've heard enough from us at this point in time, so we would like to invite Chad Karlstrom from Urban Systems to the stage to say a few words, please. Chad, come on up. Chad is, as I mentioned, from Urban Systems, one of our title sponsors for tonight's event. Chad.
Thanks, Trevor. Well, it's my pleasure to be here on behalf of Urban Systems tonight. You know, oftentimes as planners, engineers, landscape architects, and more, we're often called on by communities to help form and shape the built environment. But something that we cannot do is the people. You know, even the best designed communities lack vibrancy without people to contribute to it. And so tonight, as we recognize all the people who bring the color, the arts, the culture, the diversity to our community, and who bring us warmth on those cold winter days, we're here to celebrate them. And look, congratulations to all the nominees here tonight.
Thanks, Chad. And coming up next, we have Bryn Kalmalski. Pretty sure I got that right. Bryn is the president of Northern Lights College, and on behalf of other title sponsors for the night, he has a few words for us.
Thanks. So on behalf of Northern Lights College Board of Governors, I'd like to say what an honor it is for us to be here and to be a sponsor of the Fort St. John Community Awards and celebrating the contributions of the many volunteers to make the community better. The involvement in stewardship and leadership and pride are invaluable when you're looking at the success and growth of a prosperous organization or community. And we're very proud and honored to be a part of this tonight. We do have some representatives from our Board of Governors here today. These are the representatives on our board from the Fort St. John community. And as well, I have a number of administrators that have joined us as well. So in no kind of particular order, I want to first introduce Faisal Rashid. Faisal is a board member and a Northern Lights faculty member, and he's the faculty representative on our board. So Faisal, where are you? I saw you. There you are. Thank you, Faisal. Andy Ackerman from Myriad Consulting is also on our board, and he is here. There's Andy. And also Peter Best here from MNP is on our board of governors, and Peter is over there. When students attend the local campus here in Fort St. John, regardless if they are local or whether they have relocated here or if they've come here internationally, they use the many services and facilities that the community provides, and they do bring an enormous amount of financial contributions to the community generally. And in addition to that, I want to thank the community for the many jobs that our students have to support their earnings, so thank you for that as well. We're proud of the personal and professional and academic achievement and success of our students, but we really want to express at this time our thanks to the community here for making them welcome and for helping them in their success. Earlier this month, there was a student award ceremony at the Fort St. John campus, and the College Foundation presented over $30,000 in awards to 52 students of the campus there from our Northern Lights College Foundation. And those awards are made possible in part by the many contributions from the community, the organizations in the community, the industrial businesses, and also some of the corporations that are here, and from many of the individual people that are actually in the room here. So we want to thank you for your generosity and your support of our college and of the students. At Fort St. John, we had a 3% increase in students at the campus there. And due to our campus for the last few years, this year we have just over 300 students from international students that are here. And people wonder what would attract international students to Fort St. John. And the fact is, it's the parents of these youngsters in the many different countries like the impression of the security that a smaller community can provide to their children while they're away far away from home. So it's a great credit to the citizens of the community here, and we thank you for that. So, in conclusion, look forward to the activities of the evening tonight, and want to congratulate all the nominees and the winners, of course. And thank you for inviting Northern Light Scholars to be part of this event. So thank you.
Thank you guys very much. And now here's Adam and Russ. Take it away.
Enjoyed the show.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
If these guys get your names wrong, Ian, right, Denise, just go with it. He does mean you.
I thought I was going to be introducing Dr. Brian Komatiki from the Northern Lights College because he coached me how to say his name, and I was just going to say Smith. But anyways, thanks very much for your talk this evening.
Before we get to the first award, I have the honor of introducing a young lady who really probably doesn't need any introduction. Since the age of 10, she's 15 now, she's built herself quite the resume. She's a philanthropist, World Vision Youth Ambassador, a We Day speaker. I have to read this because I'm going to miss all this stuff here. International runner-up for the TEDx Teens, the Next Big Thing competition. Co-op Wow Kid, 2015 City of Fort St. John Youth of the Year Award winner, member of the Youth Advisory Council, founder of the One Kid Making a Difference and Kids Making a Difference Club, and most recently she was notified that she will be receiving the Sovereign's Award for volunteers from the Governor-General of Canada.
All these things which you've won and done in your life.
I need to get up a lot earlier to do this stuff. Please welcome to the stage Taylor DeVos.
This past fall, my family and I moved to Fort St. John, and I've got to say, Fort St. John is like no city I've ever lived in. I was used to small town Saskatchewan with 850 people, where everyone knew who I was and knew who my parents were. I have to admit, I was quite scared of how big the city was, but it turned out to be just like small town Saskatchewan. Yes, everyone didn't know my name or know who my parents were, but everyone looks out for each other and helps where it was needed. And that's what being a part of a community is all about. Fort St. John has been an amazing city to learn and grow in, and I will always be proud of the initiatives that our community members, volunteers, councillors, and mayor have done for all of us, and how they have represented our city. Tonight is a perfect example of how great the people of Fort St. John are. This night wouldn't be possible without all of you. So I would like to say thank you to all of you that have made an impact, that have volunteered, that have helped grow our community. Without all of you, this city wouldn't be as amazing as it truly is. This past fall, I started another journey that I've dreamt about for a long time. Starting Kids Making a Difference Club has been so rewarding, and it's been amazing to see these young youth leaders getting out in the community and making a difference with me. Whether it's sponsoring a family and helping their Christmas wishes come true, or hitting the streets of Fort St. John to spread some kindness. The youth in our club all have the same goal, to make a difference. Last June, my mom and I and the World Vision team traveled to Haiti together, where I was able to meet my sponsor child, Meslin, and see one of those schools that my donation to World Vision helped build. This was such an amazing experience for me, and I will never forget the feelings I had a number of times throughout the trip. A huge highlight when I was able to meet the person who inspired me to start One Kid Making a Difference. I have always dreamt about the day that I would be able to meet Meslin and share all the things that she has inspired me to do over the years. When I was looking through my scrapbook, she had the biggest smile on her face when she saw that she was in newspapers and magazines. Even though we couldn't speak the same language, it was so funny how comfortable we were together. It was funny, when we were sitting in a circle with a bunch of the local youths, every time I would cross my arms, she would look over and cross hers, and then we would look at each other and laugh. And this right here, that's the Jacques Romain School that my donation to World Vision helped build. 300 students a year now attend this school. This was also one of the most emotional parts of my trip. When we were at the school, we were met with songs, dances, and a few of the students shared speeches. The words from Jean-Guy Pierre are going to live with me forever. He shared about how before the school was built, him and his peers didn't have any hopes or dreams for their futures because they didn't have access to education, because the closest school was 10 kilometers away. But he now attends school regularly, and he has hopes for his future and dreams that he wants to follow. So this video I'm going to show you is more about my journey.
This is Taylor, an ordinary girl with an extraordinary dream. This is a story about her courageous journey to transform hundreds of lives and inspire thousands more by the time she turned 14. But this isn't some epic story about a remarkable, heroic young leader that you and I could only ever dream of being like. No, it's a story about what happens when a quiet, unassuming kid from a small town, driven by an unshakable passion to help others, steps out to heal a broken world. It's a story about daring greatly in the face of huge, complex, overwhelming issues in spite of how young you might be. Or the crippling feeling that you don't have what it takes. Or the voices of naysayers telling you that you can't really make a difference. It's about what's possible when a young person pushes past that noise and chooses to throw their life at something that matters, out of a belief that change is possible and that it can start with you and me today. Taylor's journey started when she was 10 years old. After seeing images on TV of children suffering that broke her heart, she realized that not everyone in the world lives the same way that she does. Moved with compassion, she did something revolutionary that would forever change the course of her life. She actually did something. It started simply. She sponsored a young girl close to her age in Haiti named Meslin. Her relationship with Meslin grew, and Taylor discovered the power of her actions to profoundly impact the life of someone living in poverty. Taylor learned that education is one of the most powerful tools to create a hopeful future for girls like Meslin, and was inspired to do more. She learned that she could raise funds to help build a school in Haiti and immediately got to work. Taylor started an initiative called One Kid Making a Difference, and after 2 years of bake sales, pizza parties, dance-a-thons, giving speeches, and mobilizing others to get involved, she had raised $15,000. Taylor wanted to get a taste of her love in action, so we traveled to Haiti together to meet Meslin and visit the school she helped to fund. The school threw a huge party where Taylor got to meet some of the almost 300 students whose lives she has impacted. One of those students gave a moving speech thanking Taylor, where he said,
"You can certainly understand our joy, can you not? By your generosity, you have given us hope and faith. Every day, we feel the greatness of your kind actions towards us. Without a doubt, if we did not have this school you've constructed for us, we would be leading a totally unproductive existence. Without you, dear Taylor, we would be without life and without a future. Our blessing is great because you've given us the heartwarming proof that there is a portion of humanity that is just and good and desires to build a better world."
Now Taylor knows for sure that her efforts are actually really making a lifelong impact, and she's more determined than ever to keep going. Inspired by these words and a deeper passion for girls' education, Taylor is now focusing her efforts on a new mission: providing access to education for as many girls as possible in Malawi, Africa, before she finishes high school. But this isn't just Taylor's story. It's about you as well, and that thing inside of you that knows our world is not as it should be, and dreams of making it better. It's time to bring that dream to life, to dare greatly like Taylor, knowing that a better world is possible. So start your own world healing journey. Changing the world isn't easy. Let's do it anyways. Make your mark. Throw your life at something that matters, and do it now.
Doubt that a little girl like me could ever raise that much money. In fact, sometimes I even doubted myself. But those doubts pushed me even harder. If it wasn't for the support of my community, family, and friends, I'm not sure I would have made it this far. So to everyone out there, if someone comes to you with an idea, no matter their age, encourage them. If you have a dream, follow it. You can and will make a difference. Just think, if my parents said no to that little 10-year-old when I told them I want to sponsor a child or build a school, I wouldn't be standing here today. You don't know what you can accomplish if you never try. Today I have a challenge for each and every one of you. I want you to do something, anything, that will make a positive difference in someone else's life or your community. It doesn't matter if it's big or small, and it doesn't have to involve money. Imagine how awesome this world would be if everyone made the effort to make a small difference. The final message that I want to share with each and every one of you is follow your dreams, be yourself, and make a difference in someone else's life. I'm Taylor DeVos, and I am one making a difference, and you can make a difference too. Thank you.
Wow, and I was excited I paid a parking ticket this morning. We're going to move on to the awards today, or right now actually. The first award is the Youth of the Year Award. The Youth of the Year Award is an individual under the age of 19 who has made a positive contribution to the community on a volunteer basis, such as developing a project, serving on a committee and or volunteering work with organizational groups. The youth is, in this category, may display outstanding qualities, provide leadership, support their peers, overcome challenges and or contribute to their community in a meaningful way. And tonight's award is presented by or sponsored by DGS Astro Paving. And to present the award, we're going to ask the nice guy and his two compadres to come on up and do the presentation.
The City of Fort St. John would like to recognize youth who have made positive contributions to the community on a volunteer basis, helping develop projects and even serving on committees. Youth nominated in this have displayed outstanding qualities, have provided leadership, and advocated for other youth in the community. These individuals are energetic and very passionate about making a difference in Fort St. John. To touch on a few of their achievements would not do this group justice. They have started environmental clubs at their school, volunteering with elders, are avid members of Toastmasters, sorting clothes at the Salvation Army. They have encouraged and exemplified positive leadership in their youth groups, enriching the lives of other youth, advocating for youth in the community by discussing issues that youth face on a daily basis, and helping find sustainable solutions. In third place, we have Mohammed Faisal. In the past year, Mohammed has been an active member and recording secretary of the Youth Advisory Council. He helped mobilize youth in the community by advocating for their issues. He has showcased leadership in various roles through the Royal Army Cadets, as a volunteer for the North Peace Senior Housing Society, and acting as a member of the RCMP's National Youth Advisory Committee, which has helped highlight problems that Fort St. John's youth face to the Crime Prevention Unit of the RCMP. Congratulations, Mohammed. In second place, we have Desiree Weed. Those who have met Desiree will describe her as a compassionate, caring, and generous individual. This past year, she has raised funds to have a water well drilled in India, making clean drinking water available for the entire village, regardless of their status. Not only has she sponsored a child through World Vision, she traveled to Mexico to build houses for impoverished families. Nice work, Desiree. And the winner of the 2017 Youth Award is Mustafa Faisal. Over the past year, Mustafa has been a role model for youth of all ages, respecting other opinions, inspiring youth and other community members. He has served as the co-chair for the Youth Advisory Council, leading the group to plan many successful free and low-cost events and activities that youth in Fort St. John can take part in.
helping to combat antisocial behavior. By advocating for youth issues and helping to highlight problems through the RCMP's National Youth Advisory Committee, he has enriched the lives of all those he helps. Congratulations, Mustafa.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you for the award, and I'm going to continue to do more for my community, and I hope all of you have a great evening. Thank you.
Our next award this evening is the Humanitarian Award. The Humanitarian Award recognizes an individual or group of volunteers whose action, commitment, volunteer leadership, service, and community spirit have made a difference in the lives right here in our community. It recognizes initiatives that serve to promote awareness of accessibility in the community, outstanding contribution towards promoting or facilitating resource reduction, or demonstrate a genuine commitment to providing a better future for the lives of our residents. I'd like to now ask Denise Macbeth to come to the stage from Western Financial Group, the sponsors of the award tonight.
Fort St. John has many local organizations and individuals who help make this a city people love to live, work, and play in. We would like to recognize a few by introducing the nominees for Humanitarian of the Year. These nominees have been recognized for their actions, commitments, leadership, their service, and community spirit. They have made a difference in the lives of many. We acknowledge them for their initiatives that promote awareness, their contributions for promoting or facilitating community resources, or demonstrating a genuine commitment to providing a better future for the residents of Fort St. John. These individuals and organizations have been nominated for their efforts in promoting Fort St. John. They built a new club to help youth gain valuable life skills. They promote Aboriginal culture and integrate wellness into the community. They always say yes when an opportunity to volunteer comes up, helping others to reach their potential. In third place, we have Alan Yu. In the past year, Alan has worked tirelessly as the driving force behind getting petitions signed and organizing community rallies in order to promote Fort St. John on a cross-country tour, bringing awareness to LNG in hopes of strengthening the local economy. Alan also has a vested interest in volunteering with On Our Way Home Animal Rescue, the local Filipino association, and is in the process of creating a multicultural society in Fort St. John. Congratulations, Alan. In second place, we have Brian Lamond. Brian has been a leader with the North Peace Search and Rescue, which helps support the RCMP, Ambulance Service, Peace River Regional District, and the Coroner's Service by providing professional volunteers with unique training and skill sets. Brian strives to improve the team's abilities through mentoring new members and securing funds for training and equipment. His main goal is ensuring that residents of Fort St. John in the North Peace region have well-trained and well-equipped search and rescue support. Brian, we thank you for your 12 years of service and for the hard work by you and your team this past summer when the Peace River endured multiple forest fires. Congratulations, Brian. And the winner of the 2017 Humanitarian Award is Faisal Rashid. Over the past year, Faisal has served as a director and vice president on the board of directors for the Abbey Field House of Fort St. John, served as a member of the board of governors with Northern Lights College, and as a member at large with the North Peace Secondary School Parent Advisory Committee. He is a huge support to organizations like the Canadian Cancer Society, volunteering and participating in many of their activities. His leadership roles and practical service as a volunteer have helped him support and inspire many organizations, and have helped inspire his new Shaw TV show, Conversations with Faisal. Congratulations, Faisal.
you on behalf of Western Financial Group for everything that you do. Thank you.
So thank you everyone. I'm a college professor by profession, and I am proud, and at the same time I feel a little guilty with father and son taking all the awards. Sorry about that. I just wrote my speech in 3-4 minutes. I was the last person who came here, thanks God, with a wonderful family, busy dad, 3 children, 2 cats, usually the last passenger on flights, and I make it. So above all, if I can read my own handwriting quickly, I'll just say a few good words to thank all of you. So I thank the City of Fort St. John, all community members. I am inspired and motivated to see the excellent work of all nominees, all community members, all team members, and I would say that all continents and colors are beautiful in their own way. And let us continue to make our community a wonderful, beautiful place. I've lived as a college professor, worked for around 20 years in several countries, and every moment in Fort St. John, the last 6 years, I've loved it. And this is the same for my family. I feel especially privileged that all these roles are as a volunteer, and my kids, I actively encourage them to be, learning from super community members like all of you. The City of Fort St. John the YAC has 6 members, and again, I'm a proud dad that 3 of them are my children, other are again like my children. So respecting everyone, in the words of Nobel Prize winner Tagore, I look forward to continue to make our community a beautiful place where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, and getting inspired by community members like Taylor. I would add that we also always remember that unfortunately at the moment, 1/4 of the human population is hungry. It is very sad to feel that I was surprised, I couldn't believe it for days, that unfortunately 30,000 children, they die per day because of lack of the facilities and the things which Taylor has highlighted. So we are all together in our community, we are all together in the global community, and I'm sure wonderful children like Taylor, wonderful community members like ours, and all the sponsors with the appreciation, they will all make a difference to make our community and the world a wonderful place in future. Thank you.
The Recreation Award recognizes an individual or group for their volunteer efforts in the promotion, organization, support, and or motivation of sports, recreation, and leisure pursuits, including healthy and active living. Individuals may demonstrate excellence in an athletic discipline, increase sport and recreation opportunities within the community, encourage local residents to reach and expand their potential through recreation and wellness by promoting healthy lifestyles, personal well-being, and health in Fort St. John. And to present this year's award, we'd like to welcome up to the stage, actually my nephew, my oldest nephew, Dion Gerard from Driving Force.
Fort St. John is a community that boasts many opportunities to be involved in a variety of recreational activities year-round, from taking part in organized sports to watching world-class tournaments. Nominees in this category have shown volunteer efforts in promotion, organization support, and motivation of individuals in recreation and leisure. These individuals and organizations have been nominated for their efforts in promoting healthy and active lifestyles. They have demonstrated excellence in their athletic discipline and have increased the opportunity of sport and recreational activities in Fort St. John. They encourage local residents to reach their potential, improve self-esteem, and drive others to always try their best, acting as positive role models for the youth in our communities. In third place we have Todd Alexander. Todd acts as a positive role model and is constantly volunteering his time to help improve local athletes of all ages and abilities within the Fort St. John hockey community. He is a coach that helps to foster fundamental skills needed to grow in pre-novice, while volunteering with the local hockey academy and as head coach of the local Junior B Huskies. He builds confidence in young athletes, both on and off the ice, by teaching young players the importance of problem solving, self-discipline, and staying positive. He is an inspiring individual that youth look up to. Thank you, Todd. In second place, we have Lee Hartman. Lee has been described many times as an unsung hero for his behind-the-scenes work with the Senior Flyers. He is responsible for managing ice times, recruiting players, creating innovative ways to find sponsorship, and making sure everything runs smoothly. He is a pivotal part of our local team. He is also a huge asset for other hockey-related initiatives that take place in town. He was the driving force behind the creation of the Oilman's Hockey Tournament, and a key component in the success of the 2015 Under-17 Hockey Tournament, which will be coming to Fort St. John this November. It is unsung heroes like Lee who help boost community pride. Thank you, Lee. And the winner of the 2017 Recreation Award is Bo Hedges. Robert Bo Hedges has represented Fort St. John and Canada a number of times on the international stage. More recently, this past summer, he played on the senior men's national team at the Paralympics in Rio de Janeiro. Bo credits his success to mental preparedness, strong work ethic, dedication, and encouraging team sportsmanship. While training and playing basketball, he helps young players learn the game and teaches the skills of wheelchair basketball. Bo is a spokesperson for the Canada Games Activity Challenge. In this role, he visits schools across Canada promoting activity through sport as an advocate for both able and disabled people of all ages to be able to participate. Congratulations, Bo.
And to accept the award on behalf of Bo is his mother, Marilyn Hedges. So, Marilyn, I'd like to welcome you to the stage. And his father.
Well, this is really appreciated. I'm sorry Bo can't be here. Right now, Bo's in Malaya, and he's been there for 4 days with a team of 3 other fellows. They're teaching wheelchair basketball and doing a coaching clinic, and then they're take off from there to Cambodia, and they're doing the same thing there to get some other young fellows going that are in they're paraplegic, and this is a really pleasure for me to get up and speak for Bo, because Bo does a very good job of speaking, a lot better than I do. And we got an email from him today, and he's in Malaya, and they're getting ready to go to Cambodia tomorrow. So thanks very much, and it'll be well appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Congratulations.
Posters, there is a list of all the nominees tonight. The top 3 that have been shown at each of the awards are just the top 3. There's a number of people that have also been nominated for the awards. Now let's draw your attention up to the big screen here.
Mark Hardigan.
Here we go.
2 Stanley Cup rings, 600 professional hockey games played, 224 goals with 530 points. Mark didn't start playing in the NHL. It goes back to Fort St. John minor hockey. And the same story as a lot of Canadian kids. Up early to the rink, more days than not it seems. Spending endless hours on outdoor rinks playing the Canadian tradition. And playing for the Fort St. John Huskies. Mark describes his fondest years of hockey at NCAA Division I St. Cloud in Minnesota.
And now a long outlet pass. Hits Hardigan right on the stick. Hardigan worked it.
Mark then transferred his skills to the NHL and played for the Atlanta Thrashers.
McEachern scampering in. Scudder's right on by Witt to the front. Backhand score. Ready passing play for Mike Hardigan.
Columbus Blue Jackets.
A big slap shot and the rebound comes out. Mark Hardigan, number 42, off the backhand.
Anaheim Ducks. And the Detroit Red Wings. After 4 NHL teams and 4 AHL teams, the Chicago Wolves. Syracuse Crunch.
And in addition to Barney, and coming the other way to breakaway is Hardigan, right circle. Shoots, he scores!
Portland Pirates. And the Grand Rapids Griffins. Mark took his pro hockey career to Europe, where he played for 4 seasons. Mark still plays hockey, but it's more for fun than anything else, where his family is settled in Fort McMurray. Mark stick handles his way around real estate now, selling homes with his brother Colin and sister Lisa. A 10-year hockey career, from the Rocky Mountain Junior Hockey League to the NHL to the KHL. Mark Hardigan, showing dreams do come true, you just have to put the fun into it.
Now, Mark, before we get started, one thing I've taken your speaking notes. They're hidden somewhere on the stage, so good luck. Please welcome Mark Hardigan.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. City of Fort St. John, thanks for selecting me. Being here, trying to follow Taylor, this is going to be tough. Like, that's incredible what you do, Taylor. And to all the nominees and winners, you know, I don't want to congratulate you. You guys have definitely earned that. So, you know what, I think another round of applause, especially for Taylor and for what you guys do in the community, is terrific. That's incredible. People often ask me, like, what do you, what contribute to your success and such? And what I've really come up with was mainly, overcoming obstacles and, persistent determination. I loved hockey. With anybody, when they are succeeding at something, they are continually overcoming obstacles to get to a main goal or to the next small goal, but you are continually trying to get over the next obstacle to reach your goal. So people often also ask me, where's your tie-in to Fort St. John? Because I've been gone for so long. And I really tell them, I grew up in Fort St. John. I consider Fort St. John my home. Even when I was in the NHL, my birthplace was Lethbridge, Alberta, but I was gone after 7 months. And when I moved to Fort St. John, I was 6 years old. And one of the funny thing is, you have a picture of Mackenzie in there. I think it's Stonebridge now. My mom and stepdad moved to Fort St. John as they got the managerial job to manage a restaurant in the Mackenzie Inn. And picture this, a 6-year-old living in the Mackenzie Inn for 6 months. I got my own pool, my own restaurant. I was in heaven. I thought it was great. But then we moved to on 91st Street. That's my house that I grew up in, and my brother and my sister, Colin and Lisa. So, that was, yesterday, this may sound a little creepy, But I went and I had lunch and I sat outside the truck and just sat there for about 10 minutes and ate outside my old house. A lot of memories came back. Then these are some of my Fort St. John teams. I don't know if anybody's in the audience that's from here. I know Destiny Peoples will probably kill me seeing this picture up here, but that's our Bantam House team that I played on here in Fort St. John. And do you know what? I couldn't even tell you the age I was there. Just finding those photos were difficult. But Fort St. John minor hockey, it's something that I fondly remember and look back on, especially coming back to Fort St. John. One of my fondest memories, so this is a picture from my house. Sorry, they're a little blurry. We didn't have iPhones back there, obviously. But one morning, I remember I was 14 years old, and as you hockey parents know, 5:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock, you have to get up, and for those 6 o'clock ice times, my mom had enough. She was just like, so I'm trying to wake her up. I was right up, 5:15, Mom, let's go. That's what she said to me. Just drive yourself to the rink, be careful. Oh, I lit up. I was like, this is amazing. I didn't even care about the hockey for the rest of the morning. I'm like driving around the parking lot at the rec center in front of the kids' arena. The boys are like, what the heck? I'm sure the other parents are like, oh my God, Debbie Hardigan's just lost her mind. But that was one of my real fond moments there. But growing up, obviously any minor hockey player, it's now, I know it's a field house, but it was kids' arena when I was here, and the rec center, kids' arena, I lived in that place. The people that ran the kids' arena, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, those blue kids' arena coats, those old guys that worked in there, I think Harry was one of them. Those guys were terrific, and they really put up with me, but the fries and gravy at the kids' arena was the best. And the rec center. I was fortunate enough yesterday to get to skate on that ice yesterday morning with one of the nominees, Todd Alexander and Phil Hiscock. It was great. They really do have a great program there, so I got to skate with the kids yesterday. A lot of fond memories of these arenas. And also, if anybody remembers, just to the right of the kids' arena, they used to have those outdoor rinks. Man, love those things. So people often, again, ask me, so let's see if I can put this away. Does anybody remember the outdoor rinks? It's right where the Pomeroy Center is now, huge oval. And I thought it'd be fun, because a lot of people don't really know this. I thought I'd bring a few pucks out. I hope I don't hit the post and come out. So, back when, when the outdoor rinks were there, you remember this giant oval. I don't even think I ever skated all the way around it, because I was like, hockey players don't go all the way around the oval. So but they had this right in the middle. They had this a section of ice that cut in half, and where you get your skates on, there's a big chain link fence. Little mobile was never open. You never sat in it. You had to sit on a bench outside in the snowbank, put on your skates, and you're like, okay, this is great. But I spent many hours there. I even took my bike there a few times in the winter. But when I got there, sometimes it's dark out, and they had the one light to shine down. And as I was getting older, I would chain link fence. If this was a net, I would be there. I'd be shooting against it and keep shooting against this chain link fence. And I was like, I'm out there by myself. And I was like, this is getting boring. So after a while, I kept backing up from there. And I kept trying to shoot it higher and higher and just see how high I can get it up the chain link fence. And as you're playing, as any young kid knows, if you can shoot the puck high, you've made it. It's like, I've made it. I don't need to do anything more. So I was shooting it nice and high, but I kept backing up. And I was like, why don't I just keep backing up? And I got to back all halfway across the oval, or that half section, and I would sit there and see how high I can shoot it. And I truly attribute that to my success of being able to shoot it so hard, because that was one of my greatest attributes when I was playing hockey. They always set me up for shooting it hard, so I just kept backing up and backing up further and further and further, and until I just loved doing slap shots. As you guys probably saw, couple slap shots on the I started doing it on breakaways. People were like, you're nuts, what are you doing? But that's what I was good at, so I did it. And so people also, you know, they're like, well, how accurate are you? I was like, well, I was quite accurate. And they didn't realize, you know, I could probably hit some people out there. See if you guys can catch this. Sponge box. Did you get it? Right in the tray. See, I'm very accurate. Woo! But yeah, as you'll see out there, you know, that's one of my shots shooting with Columbus. So, and yes, I did score on these shots, or I wouldn't have them up here. This was actually in when shootouts just came into the league for overtime, and they actually put me in one. I was pretty excited. And yes, I scored, or it wouldn't be up here. And even if I didn't, you guys would know me better. Let's see if we can get to the next one here. So, like I said, Fort St. John Huskies I did play for. If anybody remembers the Fort St. John Huskies when they were Junior A, it was a Rocky Mountain Junior Hockey League, and my coach here was Mike Vandekamp. I think he coaches down in Nanaimo now. It's obviously really exciting. I made junior. If any small kid, minor hockey player watching their, any junior team or junior B team, they look up to these guys. And when I made the Huskies, again, I thought I made it. I thought it was terrific. But one thing that truly changed, it changed my life. I didn't know it then. I was actually kind of sad. But the Fort St. John Huskies had to go down to Junior B because Grand Prairie Storm went to AJHL, Prince George Cougars went to the BCJHL. Fort St. John had nowhere to go except for Junior B, playing the smaller towns around here. So I didn't want to go to Junior B, so I was like, where do I go? I then went to Weyburn, Saskatchewan. People are like, why do you go to Weyburn, Saskatchewan? You know what? I just wanted something completely different. And so me and a couple buddies from here went out there. Me and Jeff Derwin made the team with Weyburn Red Wings. I really don't like that shot. But a couple great things changed my life there. There's some things in life that, out of your control. Like, I don't know what totally drove me there, but whatever got me there, that's where I met my beautiful wife, Melissa, in Weyburn, which we're still married now with 3 beautiful kids, as you guys saw in that photo earlier. And the 2 years I played in Weyburn, we went to the Royal Bank Cup, which was truly exciting, and I started to get noticed by universities. And I had no idea about universities when I was here. Not like schooling was a huge priority, which was, my mom kicked my butt for it though, and I thank God every day that she made me graduate. Because I never I wouldn't even be back here doing this. So St. Cloud, like I said in the video, truly the best time of my life per my hockey career. I really love my time there, the friends you meet there at university, and obviously having the schooling now. When you're going through it, you're like, what do I, how important really is it? You're really focused on hockey, but now knowing after we're going to university and you're done hockey, it's truly a game changer. Again, St. Cloud. So then, obviously, when you're going through university, things are happening. There's my mom. My contract. Honestly, I couldn't find my Atlanta Thrashers contract. So I pulled out my Detroit contract that I signed. Amazing feeling, signing something that it's been a goal all your life. You sign an NHL contract. It was amazing. So when I first did that, it was one of those days that just like, how can it get better than this? But then that was my first game. My first NHL game was in Calgary, and that day was an absolute blur because there's so many things going on. As you may see on TV, how the team sets you up and has the rookies skate out first, and yeah, I was one of those rookies that day and skated around the ice going as fast as I can, and they're all standing back laughing. You see my family up there just, trying to find cameras. They're just like, get cameras out. So that truly was an incredible experience. And my mom was the one that truly pushed me throughout my whole hockey career. So this is going to be tough for me. when we won the Stanley Cup, you'll see in this photo, right here, top of the head, guy I'm hugging, my dad. Crying on my shoulder. I'm like, oh, Dad, I'm so happy right now. What are you doing? He's crying on my shoulder. Because his dad passed away when he was 12 years old, and he's like, I just remember sitting with my dad and watching the playoffs and the Stanley Cup on TV. And I was like, oh, come here, and hugging and crying. And it's like, okay, we done here? Can we just celebrate again? But it truly, going back, it always, very emotional. And I lost my mom during those playoffs. It's actually 10 years to the day today. So that's her urn. And yeah, so that was hard. Let's move on. Oh. So my day with the Cup, this was the second time with Detroit. Those days are obviously really special. As you can tell, I was quite excited there. But the funniest thing with this photo, the biggest comment I get, they're like, why are you wearing a Maple Leafs hat? But I'm like, what are you, if you gotta look close, but it's a Stanley Cup logo. So I always have to correct them. So these are, obviously the photos you have from great memories. My daughter was born that year as well when we won with Anaheim. And so when we had it with Detroit, this was the second time she was in the Cup within a 10-month span. So it was awesome. Then, of course, you got to eat Cheerios out of it and Fruit Loops out of the Cup. So me and my dad are doing that. And then me and my friend playing for the Cup in bubble hockey. So those are some good times. And, of course, you got to do that. My daughter was only a couple months old there, and then sleeping with the Stanley Cup. Everybody's got to try that, right? So those are great memories. And, of course, the 2 Stanley Cup winning teams. Does anybody find Waldo in there? So, yeah, there was the Anaheim year, like I said, it was a lot of ups and downs. Making the playoffs, losing my mother, winning the Stanley Cup, and then having my first child. Like that year, 2007, was a complete roller coaster. But the next year with Detroit, what a time. And if you see my photo out there, my beard, it's bad. It's real bad. Almost look like Brendan Shanahan. But then I took my career, I knew I was getting to a stage in my life, you try to set yourself up financially. And then I took my skills over to Europe. I ended up playing in Riga, Latvia. Truly, if anybody gets an opportunity to go over the Baltics, Riga, Latvia is beautiful. It truly is beautiful, beautiful place. I played there 2 of the years. One of the years I played in Moscow. Moscow is beautiful, but it's a huge city. It's big and nobody speaks English. And then I had an opportunity to play for Team Canada in the Spangler Cup, which was a true honor, as anybody knows. Playing for Team Canada, everybody, that's what every kid wants to do, and getting to do that was a true honor. And then, of course, now, and retiring when I did, now we just worry about raising my family and, trying to teach them the right things. As we all know who have kids, it's hard, extremely hard, especially when they're So like I said, now I'm in real estate, so I'm doing that. Like Trevor said, a little product placement. One thing my dad said to me when I was in university, he goes, Mark, whatever decisions you make along the way, anywhere in life, even if you think they're the wrong decisions, you got to find a way to make them right. And I found this quote by Scott McNeely that summed it up really good for me, better than I could actually say it. I spend much less time and energy worrying about making the right decision, and much more time and energy ensuring that any decision I make turns out right. I truly do live that way. Why dwell on a decision that you think is bad and or trying to make that one decision and you're spending too much energy on that? Make a decision, make it right, and then do whatever you can in your power to make it right for your situation at that time. So then again, to sum it all up, success is about overcoming obstacles and persistent determination. And I believe I did do that, but I still have a long way to go in life. So that journey of my life is over, and I do contribute a lot of my success to Fort St. John and what I learned here, especially the hard work. Blue-collar town, very hard-working town, very similar to where I live now. And you know what? Again, I thank the city of Fort St. John for inviting me here and getting to meet the nominees, the winners, all the great people that are in Fort St. John. And it's so nice seeing familiar faces. So what I'd like to do, as you see a bunch of photos of me, I want to call up one of my minor league, I play in minor leagues, minor hockey coaches from Fort St. John, Councilman Bruce Christensen, and just I want to give something back to the city. Yeah, and it's a picture of me, real modestly. And like I was saying, that facial, yeah, it was bad. But yeah, hang this somewhere really nice at the city office, right? But I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I hope I get to talk to a lot of you. Thank you. I don't think you'll stand back up.
Thanks very much, Mark. All right, we're going to get back to our awards now. I didn't know we were allowed to shoot pucks into the audience, so I wasn't prepared for that. The next award is the Cultural Award. The Cultural Award recognizes an individual or a group for their volunteer efforts in historical, visual, performing, or literal arts. Individuals may demonstrate excellence in an artistic field, increase artistic and cultural opportunities within the community, or encourage local residents to reach and expand their potential through culture. And to present the award, our sponsor is Microtel Inn and Suites, Sun Guy. We'd like to welcome them to the stage.
The City of Fort St. John is proud to introduce the 2017 nominees for the Cultural Award. These individuals have been recognized for their volunteer efforts in historical, visual, performing, or literary arts. They have demonstrated excellence in their artistic and cultural opportunities within the community, and have encouraged local residents to reach and expand their potential through their passions. The nominees have shown how people in Fort St. John can expand their own potential through producing art of various forms, through the introduction of different groups to different genres, visual, performing, and musical arts. They have showcased to the community all the talent that resides in the North Peace region, or by creating an opportunity for local residents to peer into the past, learn about the community's history, sharing traditions, or even highlighting the evolution of industry. In third place, we have Kim Livingston. Kim has not only worked hard at her small business that has flourished in Fort St. John, turning a hobby into a successful business, but has been dedicated to customers and the citizens of Fort St. John. She works day and night, creating beautiful works of art, perfecting her craft, making one-of-a-kind pieces that residents can't get enough of. Kim recently traveled to display her handmade jewelry at the pre-Oscars Party gifting suite, highlighting Fort St. John and her works of art to some of the biggest stars and designers in Hollywood. Congratulations, Kim. Well done. In second place, we have Kevin Smith. Kevin is serving as current president of Stage North, treasurer of the Peace River North Festival Association, and a director at large for the North Peace Cultural Society. As an inspiration by doing what he loves, he encourages others and has helped increase membership for organizations he is involved with. Kevin is showing Fort St. John residents, young and old, the talents of the community, but also getting them to discover and fall in love with the performing arts. Congratulations, Kevin. And the winner of the 2017 Cultural Award is Russell Ellis. Peace Country region by helping local musicians realize their potential by getting out of their basements and into the spotlight. Even finding creative venues to offer a variety of ways residents can enjoy the local talents and build a sense of community. Not only has Russell helped individuals in the arts, he has helped local businesses and organizations conquer their challenges of communication. By creating townwall.ca, he has given a free platform to advertise upcoming performances, programs, events, and also opportunities to volunteer. Congratulations, Russell.
On behalf of the Microtel Inn and Suites in Fort St. John, we would like to say thank you very much for enhancing the culture of Fort St. John. And thank you to everybody else who volunteered for these awards.
Thanks very much. Like everybody in this room knows, there's hundreds and hundreds of incredibly hardworking people in all areas of the community culture, you name it, and really it's those people that behind the scenes that make the work that I do fun, you know, putting other people in the spotlight. So thank you to all the hardworking rest of the community for making things like this, all of the things that are available possible. So thank you very much.
The next award of the evening is the Literacy Award. It recognizes special contributions of an individual or group that has made an outstanding contribution towards promoting in areas including literacy, language, multiculturalism, and community issues in Fort St. John. The award covers a wide spectrum of the field, including family, health, workplace, and community. I'd like to now ask from Peace River Hydro Partners, the sponsor of this award, Amber Harding, to come up. And these are the nominees.
The 2017 nominees for the Literacy Award have been recognized for their special contributions promoting areas of literacy, language, multiculturalism, and community issues in Fort St. John. These individuals have been nominated for their efforts in highlighting literacy issues, assisting others to improve their language, and advocating for health issues in the community. In third place, we have Adam Kelderman. Adam demonstrates a love for literacy in the work he does as lead teacher for the Fort St. John Literacy Society. He enriches the lives of newcomers to Canada, as well as people in our community, by providing everything from English language skills to training in technology. His students have benefited greatly from his dedication, willingness to help, knowledge, and patience. Thank you, Adam. In second place, we have Darlene Conley. Darlene has been nominated for her willingness to help and give back to the community. This past year, she has been dedicated to education and literacy initiatives with children ages 5 and under. As the coordinator of the Sas Nat Saddle Aboriginal Preschool, she teaches children essential skills, such as reading, writing, and other fine motor skills. She gives back by volunteering and spending hours sharing her knowledge, traditions, and culture at every opportunity. Thank you, Darlene. And the 2017 winner of the Literacy Award is Morgan Churchill. Morgan is committed to developing and delivering adult and children's programs to the community that promote literacy, language, and multiculturalism. A few of these programs include Lego Club, Mother Goose Storytime, Board Games, Burgers and Brew, Crafternoons, and book translations. Many people have benefited from Morgan's efforts in the creation of these programs and initiatives. Morgan volunteers many personal hours mentoring Canadian and immigrant youth in a leadership training program that teaches time management, engagement of teens, and helps increase the youth's acceptance of diversity and inclusion into the community. Congratulations, Morgan.
Accepting on behalf of Morgan, who couldn't be here with us tonight, is her husband, Brant.
On behalf of Peace River Hydro Partners, congratulations to your wife on the Literacy Award.
All right, I hate talking in front of people, which is weird for a teacher, but my wife texted me a little blurb, so I'll read it off to you. If I win, ... Nope, not supposed to say that part. It has always been amazing to be part of the Fort St. John community, but in the past few years in particular, working for the library has opened up avenues of communication, opportunities for collaboration and connections within our increasingly diverse community. Thanks especially to the board and directors of the Fort St. John Public Library for prioritizing dynamic community programming and engagement, and for the collaborative support of many community agencies, including, but not limited to, School District 60, Swiss, United Way of Northeastern BC, Family Friendly Community, and Success by 6. As my family is making a commitment to become more rooted and invested in our home, it is incredibly inspiring to recognize contributions of people like Adam and Darlene and everyone nominated tonight. Thank you for everyone who recognizes the plain fact that Fort St. John is a fantastic community, and that it is that way because we choose to make it so. Also, Darlene, I have an idea for a collaboration. We should talk. Send another text. She would also like you guys to invite all of you to come out to International Tabletop Day at the Cultural Center on April 29th. Come learn some stuff about some board games and tabletop games. Thank you.
All right, and our final award tonight is the Mayor's Citizen of the Year Award. It recognizes an individual that has achieved positive notoriety outside of our community for their actions. There are individuals who are recognized as leaders or role models by their peers, or even won international, national, provincial titles, or even awards for their efforts. The nominees of this award act as ambassadors to our community and has recognized Fort St. John as their home and community where they built and honed their skills and abilities. We will be putting the list of the nominees on the board above us, and I'd like to ask Mayor Laurie Ackerman to come to the stage to do the presentation of this award.
We're going to give this one a whirl. Well, good evening, everyone. You know, for the past several years, I've had the privilege to select the Mayor's Citizen of the Year Award. And I can tell you that I have adjudicated scholarships, 200 scholarships that I've had to weed out down to about 10. You should have seen my coffee table this year. I used, I think, 3 different colors of highlighter. They were dog-eared. There was things I had written all over them because as significant of a job that the nominees did, there was things that I knew about you guys that weren't included in the application. This was a tough job, so tough that I decided to take each and every one of you, plus a few more, and nominate you for a national award that is being recognized for those Canadians, this year being our 150th birthday. So I had to do something because in my heart, you're all runners-up. The road to a better Canada is made through our cities and our towns. And it's because of what you do that made this job so bloody tough this year. So with that in mind, it is my absolute pleasure to announce that this year's winner was Cindy Detling. So, if you have met Cindy, then you know that one person can make a difference. Cindy is a tireless advocate for school bus passenger safety. She initiated the Safe Stop program in School District 60 and lobbied to have the fines for driving through the flashing red lights of a school bus increased. As a long-time and dedicated school bus driver, Cindy recognized the problem and took the initiative on her own time to research the issue and come up with a method to make things better. She personally volunteered and organized other volunteers, signage, and media coverage for Safe Stop Day. Tireless when it comes to the safety of school bus students, other drivers quickly came forward when asked. Fort St. John City Council had the privilege of Cindy presenting to us, and we lent our support to her efforts. After only a few months, Cindy was personally recognized when the Ministry of Transportation changed the legislation and the fines in the province of British Columbia were increased. Congratulations, Cindy. Would you like to say a few words?
You can hear me out there? I can't see you. Nobody ever asks me to speak. Usually people avoid me, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. I have to say, again, thank you to all the volunteers here. I am truly humbled to be in your presence. Everybody here does a fantastic job. And I couldn't have done this without literally hundreds of people behind me as well. Everybody jumped forward, like Mayor Ackerman said, helped out whenever they were asked. The city was one of my strongest advocates. When it came to having the fines raised, they took that ball and ran with it. So thank you very much, City of Fort St. John. And thank you very much for your continued support.
I'm going paperless. So, I'm definitely not going paperless next year. So every year as I sit in the crowd with you and I watch the Community Awards, I continue to be impressed with the remarkable, absolutely remarkable impact that each and every one of you who were nominated this evening have on our community. And not even just those who were nominated, but each and every one of you who were here this evening. And Taylor, you are just the best. You truly amaze me. You continue to amaze me. You're truly an amazing group, and you have a lot of influence on the history and the sports and the art and culture and the environment. And for that, I truly admire what each and every one of you do, and I congratulate you and thank you for making such a difference in our community and making it richer with your efforts. As our community continues to prosper and grow, it becomes more important to recognize those who make it better simply by what you do, loving what you do, and sharing your passion with your neighbors. You are strengthening our little community. Thank you for joining us this year and helping us to recognize the contributions of the winners and the nominees tonight. The Community Awards program is administered by a committee made up of some of our councillors as well as staff. Councillors Christensen, Boland, and Davies. And behind every man is a strong woman. And we only needed one this year, and that was Lisa. Lisa, I don't know how you managed to rein them in. I'm not sure if we have danger pay, but you deserve it. Thank you very much for your help in developing the community's 10th annual awards program. Without the volunteers, the organizations, the artists, athletes, and businesses that constantly strive to improve our community, Fort St. John would not be nearly the energetic city that we are. I'm so grateful that you call Fort St. John home, and I sincerely, sincerely appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
Well, that's it. Thank you everyone for coming. Congratulations to all the winners and of course the nominees as well too. We also have to say a big thank you to Brian and Michelle and the rest of the Lido staff for their help tonight.